top-up time, and a particularly important top-up show today, Glenn, because of course we did the form for Randwick. We spoke about Randwick on the preview show yesterday, and we've been bumped off to Rosehill. Fortunately, only one race got a change in distance. The track condition, I guess, is a little better at Rosehill, but perhaps Rosehill will favour more inside than Randwick would have. So that's certainly a consideration. But that means that you'll be sitting in the lounge room watching them through the
yeah. Well, last time I did, I thought I did quite a lot of success. So I was not that too disadvantaged. Of course, rather be at the track and on course with the bookies and all the blah blah blowing, but not meant to be. Yeah, well done to the driver. Well done to whoever lets the driver drive.
Just wouldn't want to be him, would you? It's
kind of not even his fault either. He followed procedures, but it's just like come on, driving people around the airport and then going out kissing your cousins, like fuck off.
Gives you something to talk about. Yes, so the betting on Rosehill today, well, it should be very good. It's still a very attractive meeting, and
yeah, don't forget to maybe sign up with Dave Dwyer today. Maybe today's a good day to start with Dave Dwyer and put $500 in your account. Say you're a Rant member, and he'll pay you the first 4 weeks of Rant for free. Give you a good service and give you a good bet.
Yeah, and you can get on to win 5 at his prices. He'll be putting the prices up in 9 minutes' time. That's 10:35, an hour before the first. And he'll also let you on to win 5 at Newcastle from an hour before the first as well. So check him out if you haven't already. All right, race 1 is, well, look at the firmer here, Glenn, number 5 Key. Into $5.50 fixed. And as you can see, 3,000 matched on the fair there. It was $12 with allowing for the scratchings, which was Sarah.
Great insight there, Mark, and great to see it's firmed, and great to see you've seen that. And if it fucking runs a place, I'll get a job.
Doesn't matter. You can still make plenty of money with Key not running a place if you can take the $12. That's the whole point.
Exactly. I'm just saying. I do agree with that.
Yeah, that's well understood, I think. Have you got any sort of fresh eyes on this race?
Well, Majorati, just looking at the Betfair prices, looks like it looks such a reasonable price. It makes you feel like it's got none.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. I didn't expect to see double figures for Majorati.
Me neither. So it tells me it mightn't be in my numbers from the parade because the market reacts to what's been going on with horses. That be the case, like, where do you go? Like, there's just little bits and bobs everywhere, isn't there?
Yeah. I had to exclude the highway horse, number 10. That's the highway horse can't win this, can it?
That's what I thought.
Sitting there at $7.50.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to lay Key, lay Patino Ruby, maybe even lay Imposing Bow, and something else will win. I'll hide under the chair while they come down the straight. Always the best way.
That's all right, and then you'll know you got plenty. You got the entire rest of the program to handle to retrieve your position.
Good start to good distance and good size field just to get some idea of bias and that. So see what happens.
All right, race 2, the highway, and the horse Monterey Czar obviously gets to stay at Rosehill for his next highway run. There's 35 days off in the up in distance, still a concern. It's into $3.20 fixed. Not much happening there on the fair at this stage. Yeah, look, whilst it's firm, look, what can I say? It just looks a bog standard highway, and it'll be interesting, I suppose, to see how the horse parades, given that it's had a bit of time off.
Yeah, I think it was 35 days or something, and I thought I had a good chance. I thought the driver had a good chance, and again, a pretty tricky highway. I think we say that every week, Mark.
Yeah, it is what it is, and let's move on because we've got
everyone hates the highway.
All right, so the mile and a half, the 2 mile race, sorry. Sweet Thomas is off the map here. So it's into $2.60 fixed, number 1, winner of this race last year. And Carp Fever is currently sitting around the 6-4 mark, but you can do a bit better on the fair there, but more matchings on the top one, and the others have been birched.
I see that, completely birched, and to my surprise, I suppose number 1, the reason the money's come from, they said, well, they won at this course last year, it'll win again, but
and it's got a 3,200 last start, 3,200 meter run, but He runs away, I think, is a better horse than Sweet Thomas. Obviously, the weights are not in his favour, nor are they in Sweet Thomas's favour. But I suppose Sweet Thomas has got some sort of stature, according to his 2 mile.
Horrifying race to have a good opinion and horrifying race to have a bet. It's one of the 2 major staying races on the day. This was one, and then the first at Eagle Farms, the other one. I don't know if you noticed that, Mark. It's an 1,830 metre race for 2-year-olds.
Oh wow! Where's David Payne when you need him?
Yeah.
Okay, the fourth, back to 1,800 here, and Zing is obviously well in commission, 3,000 match there. Not much love for So Wicked there, Glenn. Which you know,
unbelievable,
Mark. The horse they've focused on is Our Intrigue, who has just ducked over here off a break from Kiwi Land, a couple of 1,400 metre runs. It does have a history with Savinia. So Savinia, you remember as a late 3-year-old, won a benchmark 64 1900 at Canterbury. K-Mac rode it. It turned up. They all turn up in the Queensland Oaks off those sort of runs. And Our Intrigue was also in the Oaks at that time. Started a similar price. Savinia might have beaten at home. That's the only line that I've got to offer, other than it's a Waller, and they know how to organise their teams. What else can I say? You know, we've said everything we need to say about Zing.
It looks rock bottom, Zing, and I expect it'll probably win. And I expect I'll lose in the race.
All right. Race 5 and another Waller here. Wariri Falls, $3.80 wanted there, and it is into $2.80 fixed, I think, which seems, gee, they must catch some horses well, these corporates, hey? Who is betting with them? I'm always amazed when they're loading into the gates and Tabgo big bets. 2,000 on it at $6.50, and they're now betting at $8, and they're happy to totally shame the poor schmuck that's taken the $6.50 by putting up the bet. Here, look, you idiot! You had 2,000 on it at $6.50. We're $8 now.
As much as we like Glenn Muncie, and we all like racecourse, it is funny when he does have a sneaker about a mug having a bad bet. It is awful to watch.
It's a bad look. It's a very bad look.
He's got to drop that out of his game, especially in these politically correct days.
Yes. All right. So Wariri Falls, $2.70 best fixed, as you can see.
They want $3.30.
Well, nope. That's been taken. I don't know. There's a lot of ducks and drakes and ducking and weaving on the fair, isn't there?
It's another race up for grabs for me. Very open.
Not only that, this was the race that was supposed to be a mile, and now it's back to 1,500. So Wariri Falls is 4th up today, having resumed at 1,500, 2nd up 1,500, 3rd up 1,500, 4th up 1,500. I can't recall seeing that.
No, I can't either. Bits and bobs right throughout the race. Still interested a bit in Bubba sitting there at 20 to 1. Watching Meg Parade.
Meg, what a beauty. Back in that previous race, Rukita is intended to be further forward, and 2-Star is intended to be further forward in this race. We get to the feature, which is the Civic Stakes. Bandersnatch has been tried into 440. 3 Ood into 480, although that bet fare you can have $6 now. 3 Ood is $5, sorry. Bandersnatch 420 best, and True Detective into $8. As far as interest going there, I suppose Bandersnatch has had a little bit of throughput. Thorin to go further forward here from a low draw. This should be the sort of race that changes complexion because it goes to Rosehill, shouldn't it? Because they're all exposed horses. It would seem I would think that Wandabar is on the nose coming to Rosehill. Not because she runs badly at Rosehill, but just because the flatter track at Rosehill, she obviously had the line chasing form at Randwick. Randwick was going to be a bit wetter. This sort of 1,400 becomes more of a sort of a map orientated, who's going to be forward, who's going to be sucking, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying there, but a bit confused now. This race has gone back to Rosehill, to be honest, mate.
Yeah, well, look, I think you made a bit of a case for Fender yesterday, and I'd certainly, whilst I haven't found it, I'm a bit scared of it.
Yeah.
Okay, race. The Great House is well and truly shorter than it was yesterday. So this is Gord's Monty of the day. It's got the Gord look about it, hasn't it? I mean, I'm deathly scared about the fact that the race that it won just looks tragic. And, there are horses that can go in this race. So, last time we saw Great House in a 1900 at Rosehill, it was given every possible by T. Berry and was labouring. So since then it's resumed and won, and that's all nice. Let's see how it goes here today. Opacity, obviously the danger here. No interest yet on the fair.
I thought yesterday there was 2 hopes here. I thought 10 and 5, and I think Gord labelled 10. Now back to Rosehill.
Yeah, you're 5.
A completely different feel.
Yeah, well, so how do you think that affects the favourite? Doesn't hurt it, does it? It's got 2 wins at Rosehill. It actually hasn't won it.
It doesn't hurt it. No,
and Mabara's is also coming off 2 Rosehill wins, and Opacity's only got Rambic form.
It's good. I think Brutality goes better at Rosehill than Ramwick.
And Tory Joy's a firmer here.
And I think she goes, yeah, exactly.
So, I can go and buys her problem, maybe. But yeah, she had a time off. She hasn't done anything for ages. That's her problem. But she had time off after the Scone Cup. She led them up when well in commission the other day at the mile, and steps up to 1800 here, and looks to, I don't know. She's saying, "Come and get me anyway." All right.
Favourites rock bottom there at that price, guys.
Okay, the second
your little tip from yesterday, this little smoky in this race, Chartera had a better hope today now, Mark.
Yeah, maybe, although I haven't found a way to actually include him. It was just, looking at him. Blondo, for some reason, I thought Blondo would be like on the nose big time here, but 310, I suppose. So firm. Canasta. The weird thing about this race is, okay, you've got two lead ups. You've got the Canasta Blondo lead up, and you've got the Ulysses Bluff and Bluster Yucky Gravina lead up as well. Both of those races produced woeful figures, which is why I made the Charatera suggestion yesterday. But ultimately, I think one of those 2 lead ups will have to supply the winner. And I mean, Blondo's pulling on Canasta, so Ulysses has got, and I think Ulysses has got verdicts over Blondo in the previous campaign as well. So I can see why they've sort of warmed to Ulysses.
All those numbers there. Canasta looks rock bottom, Ulysses looks rock bottom, and Blondo looks rock bottom.
Yeah, which is why number 15 has won a Saturday race. I know it's Cath. I know you've divorced all those horses and that stable, but it's got to hope the bottom one.
We left it out of the Coddy.
Oh, well. So
and now the last.
So the last, and I warmed late to Gord's destination here. He was tipping Triple Ace as well, I think. Hulk is into, so do they think Hulk is better off at Rosehill maybe? It's into 320. The other firmer is Madam Legend. She's into $8. You made a case for her yesterday. I'm thinking that with the move to Rosehill, that Destination has got 2 outstanding 1100 metre runs at Rosehill. He's got the day they were on drier tracks, so that may be an issue, but he's got the day he sat 3 deep throughout, and Prime Star nosed him out. And the next start at Rosehill was 1100, and he got touched off by Wild Ruler. So here he is returning as a gelding at the scene of 2 outstanding runs, albeit on firmer surfaces. So Parade definitely key to him, because the others, well, for example, Switched has got a number of verdicts over Hulk in her life. She's not really going at the moment, but she's back to 1100. And then you've got a horse like Dunbrody Power, which goes so well fresh, is such an honest closer. She doesn't look fancy with Jackson Morris book today, but
you can say that about a couple of other runners in the race. Pericor doesn't look fancy. What's he supposed to be, 50s? It's a handy horse.
It's a very good 1100 metre horse. It's a very good fresh horse. He has booked T. Clark. I think it's fancied. I think it's just been
I'm just saying that it's just like to me, looking at that market, Hulk is rock bottom, Shadow Crush is rock bottom, and 10, even though I give it a great chance, it looks rock bottom. 7 or 8 runners there, Mark. Fair income, great race.
Well, 10's a bit of a weird one because he's coming off a regulation spell, yet somehow 6 weeks after his last run, he had 2 trials, and then he got put away again for another 6 weeks to have 2 trials. He's actually had 4 trials since his last start.
Hashtag the great game. Fuck, can't wait this does it. Why aren't we out there?
Yeah, well, anyway, look, it's a great looking Saturday to play. Don't forget, if you've never tried us at RacingRant, you get the first 2 weeks free. There's no obligation. You can quit any time, but you would be unlikely to do so because when
you'll enjoy us.
Well, you won't find anything like it anywhere else. That's the thing. It's the alternative media that
hope the pandemic comes back and you can use your JobKeeper money to sign up with us. Everyone earns more on JobKeeper.
Exactly. What a great idea. So I'll stop sharing that screen because I haven't had a look at Brisbane at all, but of course our Goldies will be getting mounting yard from Eagle Farm today, which is the last feature meeting of the season. And importantly, GP will be all over them. We'll be glued to the TV today to get you.
I'll be loving it. Permanent, Lizzie, loving my life. See you guys.
All right. Okay, we'll hope to see you on Monday, or we will see the Ranters on Monday. And any of you who haven't tried us, we hope to see you on Monday as well. Catch you then.
Bye.